All right, welcome back to Something Movies. It's time for us to wrap up this episode with a very special, wait, you mean you haven't seen, wherein we talk about our favorite sleeper hits of the year, and it just so happens that these sleeper hits are movies that we have not seen from
each other.
Yeah.
So we want to do each other a favor.
Yeah.
Because, we're going to be with our relatives, and, hang out with some friends end of the year. So we want to be able to get some ammo coming into this. Because these are sleeper hits. I mean, a lot of people have seen it. But you're really going to up your cred as a moviegoer if you've seen these movies.
Yeah.
Because, there's the Justice Leagues, there's the Baby Drivers that came out this year. Everyone's seen that. But these are the sleeper hits that need more attention because they're actually really good movies.
Yes. So, Poch?
Okay, starting things off, first, I want to talk about Coco. Yeah.
Remember me.
Yeah.
That's all I know, dude. That's all I know.
Yeah, Coco was a real sleeper hit. Not much marketing was put into it for me.
Yeah.
And it came in the week of Justice League, and that was just bombarded. Anyway, Coco is about this movie. It follows Miguel.
Okay.
It's about the Day of the Dead and how he's supposed to pay respects to his elders, but he's not allowed to. He's not allowed to play music in his house.
Oh.
Like, they're shoemakers and it's banned. So he looks up his idol, Ernesto de la Cruz, and steals his guitar, but his guitar transports him to the land of the dead.
Oh.
Where he has to find his way to get his family's blessing so he can play music.
Oh, okay.
Pretty interesting. So, since there's going to be a crash course, we won't go through the whole dialogue of everything.
No.
So we're just going to give you really just bullet points. First,
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you haven't seen it. So bullet points, just if somebody engages you in a conversation with Coco, just say, "Oh my God, I can't believe Pixar actually made a movie that teaches kids about death." Mm-hmm. It made me want to put up a picture of my relatives on our altar to honor them.
And then
just say that.
You could also say, like, I thought they were going to do a Toy Story, by killing off some of the toys, but no, they did it with Coco instead.
Yeah. Wait, let me just re-emphasize. Nobody technically dies because everyone's technically dead in the movie.
I mean, it is about the Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
And another thing you can mention, compare this to Book of Life. Because a lot of people actually said they lifted a lot of elements of Book of Life.
Really? But Book of Life is also about the Day of the Dead.
It is.
And so I feel like it's just, the same.
It's retreading, actually. But this one is more about family, while Book of Life is more about love. In Book of Life, it was about a bullfighter.
Yeah.
That he didn't want to fight bulls, he wanted to make music.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Sounds familiar?
Oh, music.
Thanks, Disney. So then you can bring back the whole thing. Oh, Disney buying Fox, they're just buying all the properties.
Go into a full rant before they start speaking about spoilers.
Yeah, because this has really big spoilers, so I would go on just a rant or a tirade about how you're kind of butthurt about how they lifted a lot of Book of Life and compare it to, but you know what, they teach kids about death. So it's good payoff. So that's how you get around the conversation with Coco.
Okay, so my first one has to be It Comes at Night. We talked about the teaser a while ago, and the movie came out this year. And sleeper hit, people did.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, the first few times people saw it, they felt that they were misled or betrayed by the teaser, and so denounced it. If you bring it up with someone, and if somebody brings it up with you, one thing you can say is that it's a movie about subtlety, and it's a movie about being more afraid of what you can't see more than what you can see. It's hard to get into what makes it such a beautiful tragedy of a film, because a lot of it is revolving around what happens in the movie, but you can just say, like, you know what, that movie is just a perfect example of human nature and how humans can self-destruct without any visible danger.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a good deconstruction of human.
There you go. You're practicing already.
You have to get that serious tone too.
Yeah,
It's a very serious movie.
And then you can also go ahead and say, I don't really get why people didn't like it because of the trailer. I mean, the trailer, the teaser even pushes forward that same theme of the unknown being a lot more terrifying, and maybe the real monsters are within ourselves.
Wow. Okay, got it.
All right, do that.
Within ourselves. It's good. Make me reflect.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm writing notes down. Okay, got it. Here, my next movie is a sleeper hit I watched recently, was Logan Lucky.
Okay.
I know the posters about this really horrible.
Yeah, the poster is so bad.
Yeah. Plain and simple, it's a heist film, but it's a redneck heist film.
Really?
So really funny, because one thing you can bring up is how you were completely thrown off by the accents, because you got Channing Tatum here. You got Adam Driver. Who's playing a a war vet that has not arm. He always emphasizes. You can say this. It's really funny how Adam Driver always emphasizes he doesn't have a hand and forearm. Not a complete arm. He still has his arm intact. It's just that.
Did you know Adam Driver is an actual
Yeah, exactly.
Army
Yeah, you could actually
yeah.
input that. And you got Daniel Craig
Wow.
playing a bomb expert.
Sweet.
With a southern accent.
So they're all rednecks.
They're all rednecks. Actually, the director, Steven Soderbergh, he is the one that he's coming back from his hiatus because he directed the Oceans franchise as well as Magic Mike.
Okay.
It's funny because he takes a jab at himself because they named this movie within this movie or this whole heist thing Ocean's 7-Eleven because it's rednecks stealing. Yeah, the whole premise is the rednecks want to make a big heist payday because of the NASCAR. Like there's a NASCAR event and they want to steal a lot of money from it.
Oh, that does sound like a redneck heist film.
And if worse comes to worse, just say this one word and they'll get you. Just say cauliflower. That's all you say. And they'll be like, nice.
What happens if they start saying like, oh, that's in the scene where they did
No, it's
this?
fine. Just say cauliflower. Oh, got it.
Okay.
Did you just? They'll probably ask you. Did you just say cauliflower? Cauliflower. Then leave because that's
Run
what
away.
happened in the scene.
Oh, okay.
Just say cauliflower.
Wow.
Yeah,
All
it's
right
very
then.
easy. Yeah.
So
Cauliflower.
that'll help me survive the conversation about Logan Lucky,
Logan
right?
Lucky.
Okay, my next film, Murder on the Orient Express.
Okay, please don't spoil anything.
What happens at the end is, see, the one who did it is, that is probably the sleeper hit of the year for me. People really didn't like it.
Really?
They did not like it. It's weird because
Is it because of the box office results, or people just like critics didn't give it?
and you know what? It's the movie in itself is just a lot of dialogue. It's a lot of trying to figure things out, and the pacing can be a little bit weird. But it's a mystery. It's a murder mystery movie. Of course, it's just a majority of it will be talking to witnesses and trying to figure out what happened. But one thing you can tell people is that Kenneth Branagh, he is a genius. He not only directed it, he also starred in it.
Who is he?
He's the lead. He's
I
the-
am.
Yeah, he's the lead detective.
Okay, the dude with the mustache.
Yeah, and he
Okay.
also directed the first Thor.
Seriously?
Yeah.
The first one.
Yeah, the first one. And so, you can talk about how, direct the conversation about Kenneth Branagh and how he's a very diverse and multifaceted talent, and how his accent in the film is just amazing.
Oh, a renaissance man.
Yeah,
Just
and
expert
also
in
how the cast really played into their characters very well. And you can say, that ending though.
That ending though. Always
That ending though.
That ending.
That's always a safe bet. That ending though.
Okay. All right.
Please
Thank
watch
you for
it.
that. Please watch. I will. Okay. Last but not least for me, one of the sleeper hits for me was Wind River. I feel like that didn't get that much airtime here in the Philippines for some reason. But yeah, it's a very dark movie about this place called Wind River, where they're trying to solve this murder that happened because they found this one girl that apparently ran 6 miles in the snow running away from someone.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow,
so I'm just
okay.
gonna say that premise, but it's a really good movie. It was directed by Taylor Sheridan, so he directed the Sicario movies
Wow.
and Hell and High Water. So if the conversation goes there, just say, man, I can't believe these happen to Native American women. It's crazy.
Okay.
Because
Because it is real.
Yeah, it's real. This is inspired by
this
true
is
events.
legit, it's a legit fact.
Just say, because at the end they do the, like in Spotlight, you know how they just said that it happens in this many countries?
Yeah.
The reason they need to shine something on this is because they don't know how many missing Native American women are.
Wow.
That's how, it's unreported.
So it's an actual tragedy, and it is something you can bring
So
up.
yeah, just say that. Or if you want a cop-out answer, just say, isn't it weird seeing, a Scarlet Witch and Hawkeye in a movie where they're not fighting, fucking
they're
creatures
both-
from
they're
space?
both
Yeah,
in
they're
it.
both in
Okay,
it.
okay.
And they're working together. So it's
Oh.
like, wow. One of the best roles, one of the best portrayals I think Jeremy Renner has done is his character here. He's a hunter. So he tracks people in the snow. So I'm like, damn.
Wind Runner. Okay, so Wind Runner,
Wind River.
Wind River,
Because your next movie is Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. There you go. Blade Runner 2049. I gotta say, one of my favorites from this year. I also watched. If you haven't seen Blade Runner 2049, if you haven't seen Blade Runner, the first one, I suggest you go see it back to back.
Director's cut or final cut?
I don't even know.
So much cuts.
Yeah, I don't even know what I watched. Just watch Blade Runner and then watch Blade Runner 2049 and enjoy, because I feel like people A lot of people say that you don't have to watch the first one. I highly disagree. You really, really have to watch the first one for the second one to have more of an impact.
Yeah, you told me, dude, watch the first one.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I did.
And one thing you can mention about...
This is very tricky.
I'm thinking about it because the thing that I do want to mention...
We can bleep it, don't worry.
could be a bit of a spoiler.
Okay.
Could be a bit of a...
You want to
Okay, wait. One thing you can say about Blade Runner 2049 is that you liked how they handled the whole chosen one trope.
Whoa, that's pretty deep.
Yeah,
that's
like you can go into detail a bit more and say that movies are always building up this whole chosen one plot, but Blade Runner 2049 knows how to turn it on its head and make it into something else.
You don't think that that's gonna open up to a can of spoilers, like saying that, or they'd be like, "Huh, I agree."
I mean, you can always also go for the fact that...
Because that's treading very lightly.
That is.
Already.
It is. It's
so that's a
scary.
big gamble. We're not gonna, just say the whole chosen one trope.
Yeah.
And just be very wary.
Yeah.
That they won't reveal anything.
Yeah. You know what's a good way to handle it? Just do this. I like how they handle the chosen one trope. Yeah.
Renzo, where's going, Renzo?
Good.
Renzo, what the fuck?
It was really good.
Renzo.
Alright, I gotta go. Bye.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Renzo has... He's coming back, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
Just leave.
Just leave. Actually, the way I would do it is, let's see, how would I WYMYHS the Blade Runner series? The Blade Runner show. I would actually put a lot of emphasis on it's a movie you have to watch in the cinema.
Yes.
It's one of those big feats.
Yeah.
That if it wouldn't do it justice watching it on a TV
or like a
laptop.
laptop.
Yeah.
But also the easy way out, just go. That soundtrack has
That
been on repeat
soundtrack
for like days.
Yeah,
dude.
man, that score.
That score is
God
amazing.
damn. And the director really paid homage to Ridley Scott.
Yeah, and Batista did so well.
But I felt for Batista.
Batista.
Yeah, Batista. Dave Batista.
Dave Batista.
Yep.
So those were our sleeper hits.
And we have a bonus because between the recordings we actually watched Justice League.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We had between one of the cuts, we watched Justice League. That was a very, very interesting film. The introduction of the characters.
Yeah, pretty interesting. I thought that they did it a bit of justice because come on, you're introducing so many characters in one movie, and you're gonna have spin-off series right away. So it's like they're flipping the whole Marvel series, the Marvel formula. Like they start with Avengers.
Yeah,
then
they're gonna go with the origin films, and I
Yeah.
feel like the Flash. People really didn't like him as being comic relief, but that's who he is. I feel like he's kind of just a goofy guy, and he really made it fun.
Just if you're pulled into a corner and they talk about the Flash, just say, "Hey, the Flash kind of looked like Filthy Frank in one way,
like Joji."
Oh, it's Joji.
Yeah,
what? Joji's the Flash.
And also, that CGI work was really bad on
I have to
Superman.
admit, like the lips, it looked kind of off.
But overall, I feel like it was a pretty. It was a movie. It was definitely a movie.
Yeah, definitely a movie. There was a beginning, middle, and an end.
Yeah.
A lot of people were butthurt with the whole.
Well, there was like a certain character that beat another character.
Yeah.
That it wouldn't have, been valid in.
Yeah, because one of them is a god.
Yeah.
And the other one
is
not
also
a god.
A very powerful. We're falling apart, man. We should
but-
just tell them straight up. We haven't
seen
seen it. We're ashamed.
Yeah.
But we do wish that you have a wonderful 2018 and
Yes.
that your 2017 was filled with great movies and crappy ones to teach you a lesson about what you like and what you don't like. So, do you have any wishes for our 7 listeners?
Hopefully, we're 10 now, by the way.
10 subscribers!
10 subscribers, yes.
Double digits!
Yes, we will definitely do you justice and bring you more of the filthy casual knowledge to the table in terms of like whatever you want to hear. So please just follow us or just message us if you want to know more things about movies and whatnot.
There you go. So, my name is Renzo.
And my name is Poch.
And this has been Something Movies. We hope you have a wonderful new year, you filthy casuals.